Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel, Don't Mind Me. My name's Diana. Today I want to talk to you regarding mental health in children. The statistics show that 10% of 5 to 16-year-olds have a clinically diagnosable mental health problem, and yet 70% of children and adolescents who experience these problems have not had appropriate interventions at a sufficiently early age. 20% of adolescents may experience a mental health problem at any given year time. It's one of those things that you never know when will happen, but it could happen, as I say, at any time. 50% of mental health problems are established by the age of 14 and 70% or 75% by the age of 24. Types of childhood mental health issues are anxiety, which affects people, especially children who suffer from anxiety, often feel stressed, worry and panic attacks, which can vary in intensity depending on that child or person's situation. Hyperactivity or ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, is a developmental disorder that affects a person or child's concentration and attention. Autism spectrum disorder, also known as ASD, is a lifelong developmental disorder which is characterized by difficulty with social interaction and communication. Bipolar can affect anybody, no matter what age. This is a mental health condition that also affects a child's mood, energy and ability to function. Borderline personality disorder, or BPD, is also can affect how the person perceives themselves and relates to other people. Depression, I have spoken about this in other videos. This is more than just feeling very low or down, and it can last for anything from a few days, weeks, months, to even years. And it's when someone is feeling extremely sad. And this can happen to anybody, children especially, but depending on their age, they may not understand what they're going through. You need to be there, you need to understand, and they need to believe that you will listen. Eating disorders are also a form of mental health, and this is such as anorexia and bulimia, and this affects the person or child's ability or relationship with food, and this relationship becomes abnormal, which is forcing them to change their eating habits and behaviours. So they could be given an apple and pretend to eat it but hide it, or they could binge eat. There are many different ways. And then out of people's sight, when they binge eat, out of people's sight and hearing, they will go to the toilet and they will make themselves sick or ill. The next one I would like to talk about is obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. This can cause, and yes, even children, to experience obsessive thoughts followed by compulsive behaviours. Like they can continuously clean their bedroom because they think they see something out of place and they think it's untidy. They can take a look at themselves in the mirror and think they're overweight and they're not. They can continuously wash up, clean their door handles, wash their hands, wash their faces. Another one is post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. We mainly hear this happening to people in the forces, but this can also happen to children. And this can be caused by a sudden death in the family, a severe injury if they've had an accident somehow. There are many ways in which PTSD can affect people. This next one is suicide, and this is one I don't really want to mention, but I feel I have to, as many people, including children, try to or have thoughts about taking their own life. Mental health in children is on the rise. We need to be aware of our children as well as their friends. Children can suffer from mental health issues for any number of reasons, such as bullying, the death of a loved one, the way they look, family life, etc. The list goes on and on and on. What to look out for. If your child is normally happy, laughing, joking, and then all of a sudden seems quiet, sad, wants to be alone, and this lasts for 2 or more weeks, then they have depression or anxiety. Hurting or talking about hurting themselves. If you see anything on their arms, or you hear them talking, or someone's heard them talking about it, this needs attention, and this needs attention immediately. The next one is very similar, talking about death or suicide. This needs to be done and dealt with immediately. You need to speak to someone who is a professional, i.e. a doctor, someone that you feel you can trust and your child can trust. Another symptom is outbursts of extreme irritability or out of control behaviour that can be harmful. Now, this is how to help. Always let your child know that you are there and that you are always there for them whenever they feel they need to talk. Never ever force a child to talk. They will tell you what they want to tell you and what they feel they need to tell you on a want-to-know basis. And they will only do this when they are ready. If you try and force a child to open up to you when they aren't ready, this can cause stress, it can cause more anxiety, and they will clam up and not tell you anything. I know this is hard, to watch your child go through something that you want to help with, but the way of helping is letting that child know you are there when they need you and when they feel ready to talk. It is extremely hard. I know, I've been there. I've had times where I've been crying because I can't help. It's got a lot better now, but take it from someone who knows. As long as your child knows you're there and that you care, they will open up and they will tell you things, but only when they feel ready. If they cannot talk, get them to write things down, how they feel, what makes them feel good, what makes them feel sad. Get them to fill out a little journal on their, it doesn't have to be every day, but if they come in from school and they've had a bad day, get them to sit down, write it down, and then they'll feel more confident, more comfortable with themselves and being able to open up eventually. As I said previously, never ever make your child think she has to suffer on her own. She is not on her own. Knowing that you support her, that you love her, and will be there for her no matter what, will encourage that child to eventually open up and talk to you. Always tell that child how much you love them and how much you will support them, especially before they go to bed, as that is a good positive thing for them to go to bed on. I will always leave a link to groups and helplines down in the description. And please, if you see any signs of harm or hear any signs of harm or suicidal thoughts, please contact your doctor or a professional as soon as possible, immediately. Thanks for watching. Please show love, kindness and positivity to all those around you. And please, if you like my channel, press the thumbs up, subscribe button and all on the notification button, and you will then be notified as to when I next post. Thank you again for watching. Bye.